Looks like we're back. It's been a while since I've had this happen. Usually, for some reason, if it completely disconnects, then none of the buttons in OBS actually do anything, and the only way to fix it is to force quit the program with the task manager and then start it over. Well, looks like it's working for now again. But, yeah, so I'm doing the challenge that says don't turn your sword from that scroll over there. Simple. What's to the west? It's a challenge room. It's a secret room, which is potentially challenging. It's a room which may or may not contain a challenge, but is definitely a challenge in and of itself, in that it's a secret room, so it's intended to be more challenging. I didn't expect them to line up quite that nicely right there. There we go. Simple. Not too tough. I guess that was just this room with more roaches and queens, except that there's no no-turn challenge in it. Not sure how you would do a no-turn challenge in that room, but maybe someone can do that. That's the sort of challenge that it's kind of hard to prove is completely impossible, just because of how open-ended that room is in the first place. There we go. And to the east. Well, there's a trapdoor gate that leads north here, but I don't think I should worry about that if all I'm trying to do is kill the roaches. I could do that after clearing the room, after all. Alright, so the idea here is to block off the path so that the roaches will actually go the right way. So in that case, we want to go here, and these two, and then back for that one. As for this one, I guess I need to get the roaches that are already in here. Where's that roach going to go? He's going to want to go that way, and then, okay. If I'm rid of just that trapdoor, but don't kill off the wrong ones, that should be good enough. Can I get back? I don't think I can get back this way. Maybe if I do this instead. Alright, that ought to do it. Yep. Ta-da! Alright, now I'll go do the trapdoor puzzle for this room, which I guess that must mean there's a secret room to the north. Simple. There's relatively few trapdoor puzzles where you only put the trapdoors at the cut points, instead of just putting trapdoors everywhere and leaving the player to figure out where the cut points are themselves. Note to self, I've configured the blue door so that it doesn't check this room for monsters. I was getting some false positives earlier this month from ants, but the ant problem should be dealt with by now. Okay. I don't know, are ants canonically present in the Drawed universe? I mean, I guess they're not canonically not present. Now that I'm looking at it, this room looks kind of familiar. Yeah, I don't know necessarily what to do in this room. There's something here where I need to take the correct cycle around, or else it won't work, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. How can this work? Yeah, I guess so. Try it from the north again. That dog is still going. I bet the trick to this is that I'm supposed to kill the roaches from the trapdoors in some sort of fancy way, without actually going onto the central platform myself. That's gotta be what this is. The way these hooks work, I think that's what it is. So... that's as many as I can kill from this side, and then I kill the other two from the other side. I'm almost certain that while I have reached farther along in this hold before, I'm almost certain I haven't conquered this secret room before. So I'm happy that I was able to figure something out that I hadn't before already. Probably. Who knows? Maybe my memory is wrong about that. Well, I can't get there from here, so I guess I'll just go back to the south. Alright. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? So how can I prevent that? I don't really see a way to prevent that. Oh wait, duh. Just do this. That guy in the north reads to me as some kind of timer, but I guess we'll see. Okay, yeah, the timer's nature is that you get 2 roaches if you do it wrong. So this is an efficiency thing, which I'm not really the best at. So the very first constraint is that I have to do this, and have that guy standing there. It certainly feels like the wisest choice here is going to be to go this way first. Huh. I'm about 1 turn shy here. Or really one dead roach shy. I have to do that. I feel like I wasted more time there, not less. You know something? This timer isn't pure. If I'm standing in this column, then I can stall the timer as long as I want. Huh. Fool the timer. Very nice idea. Because if the corridor that he goes down had been another tile to the east, then there would be no fooling of the timer. So that has to be intentional, right? Okay. I feel like I broke something. So these are supposed to toggle those, and this toggles everything. But I didn't do anything. I just jumped right in and started pushing the button. I feel like I was supposed to have monkeyed with the configuration before going in there, but maybe I'm just overestimating how difficult this room in particular was supposed to be. Okay, obviously we don't want to do that. Do this instead. Alright, now this room, back swipe, and this one, poke him into an alcove. Alright, finally we have this room. I think it's finally. It sure seems like it. So first I notice that I have to do this at some point. I think it's possible that what I should be doing is trying to get I should try to make sure nobody is in that hook there. Well, I can also do this. Okay. So the biggest problem I could foresee is somebody being in that hook, in that hooked area. But I can put as many as I want into this area and they'll stay there. So maybe I should just try to stick all of these roaches in there that I can. We're one shy of being able to put them all in there, but that shouldn't be a problem. Right. And then I can just take care of it like this. Ta-da! Alright, onward to the blue door. Or not. It doesn't say exit room. Exit level, I mean. We're missing a room there, I guess. Whoops, I went the wrong way, sorta, kinda. Didn't realize it. Yep, this is a dead end, which I could have done much earlier. Okay. So at some point, I have to go back and forth enough to get those guys out. But also, I have to make sure I'm able to get... So I have to go back and forth a bit to get each of these out. But I also have to somehow pull this back out here later. I don't really have any space to wiggle in that area beyond where I have. was more worried about this room than was actually warranted. This is much simpler than I thought. Okay, now I get the exit level. Oh. I didn't realize that that passageway was blocked from that side, although perhaps I should have remembered. Okay, onward. Unkempt chambers. It seems the upper floor was built to be accessible for goods that would be entering and leaving really often. Money changing hands, that sort of thing. Now these are the vaults for long-term storage. It's all lock and key from here. Okay. If it's lock and key, then why is it so unkempt? Also, I don't think there's a single lock because we don't have a lock element as far as default elements go. Oh well. I'm pretty sure I just need that queen to spawn on this turn to not get her stuck. And we might want to prevent the other queens from running away too far. Alright, I think that'll do it. Maybe. Yeah, that'll hold her a little bit better. I don't really care about those two going to the northeast, so that'll work. Okay, I guess I need that open. What does this do? Okay. Well, I need this open regardless. And then I guess I need that open. After which I should expect to need to do something weird with this roach, I guess. What exactly, I don't know, but there is a 2x2 here which I can use to change where I am relative to the roach. I think I need the roach on the west side of this area here in order to block the queen from going too far west, too far east. That seems like the kind of thing that I would need in this situation. Yeah. The roach can be pulled out of here, I think. How do I get to the other side of him? I guess I need to have it like this and use that orb up there instead. Because I really need to be... yeah. That should work. There we go. This room can be solved by only dropping the single trapdoor you drop on your way into the room and not any that would block the queens. Okay. I might prefer, if I'm going to try to do that, that I be facing south to begin with. I'm not sure why a person trying to make me take unnecessary risks with my life is calling themselves a friend. I mean, technically that's what's going on. There's a person who's claiming to be Beethro's friend, telling him, hey, you should take this unnecessary risk with your life, Beethro. Wouldn't that be a fun thing to do, Beethro? I'm totally your friend, Beethro. Hmm. Right, well I have a consistent way of surviving the horde anytime I can get into this little triangular area. Blocky triangle. I'm just not sure I can consistently do that. Getting in part. Maybe I can, though. No, at this point that breaks down a bit. But I've maybe killed enough queens to where that doesn't matter. There we go. Okay, I have a new idea. Right, after this point, it's no longer safe to get to the triangle from those. So I'm going to try coming to it from the east ones instead, and thereby reducing the number of roaches I have to deal with once I can't use this escape route anymore. Now I have to be more aggressive than that. There we go. Alright, that should do it. At this point, there should be few enough queens that I can handle everything. I think. Right. All done. Just need to clean up. Ta-da! I guess I should try and get rid of these queens first, right? Possibly that's a bad choice, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So... Okay, there's some kind of thing here. Okay, this is just to make the... Okay. This is the equivalent of a really long corridor to force you to let the queen spawn a bunch of times, I guess. A little silly, but fine. I mean, it's not as tedious to engage with as a really long corridor, but it basically serves the same purpose. And this isn't overall too tough of a horde room. Even after giving them a head start. There we go. To the east. I guess I'll just kill what queens I can first. And then get rid of this trapdoor gate. And do the queens inside here. I don't think there's too much to this room. Small derp there. I guess you could release the queens really slowly if you wanted to for some reason. I don't know why I would bother though. This works just fine. What do you want? The long yellow doors here are to reduce the length of the roach cleanup efforts. Without them, the roaches would pile up and the cleaner would be standing there all day. Okay. Looks like I have to filter the queens out to one side or the other. So I should just filter them all to one side, right? I'm just finding this to be a little confusing. So, I guess I should aim for balance? I don't know. Well, it looks like there is 14, so... I guess I can't do that as nice as it would be. And I don't really see how the long yellow doors are supposed to be helping in this situation. Yeah, apparently 14 queens. I mean, apparently 7 queens is exactly the right amount to be able to make it back. And then I can push this to open that again. And do the same thing on this side. This just barely enough thing, along with the fact that there's a giant pile of roaches to kill, makes that last bit a little bit tedious. Like, I could clearly tell that I had finished solving the room already, but I was still having to stand there for quite a while holding plus. Sorta awkward. I should probably just try to toss them all to the southwest, right? Except maybe these last few here. Because then they'll dump them, they'll all pile up in place. Okay, I guess that's why there's this trapdoor here. Well, this is sort of annoying. That leaves me with basically no choice except to slog through this. I guess I can go get the trapdoor gate now, and then try to fight my way north. Yeah, that's not gonna work. What does it want from me then?